abstract brainwaves. Game genie in the beanie, we ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video, finally, right? So, I could have made this a really long video because I had a lot going on at the time. I rearranged a game room in my house. We've got more important things going on in the world around us. And I just didn't get around to uploading some content that I should have. Now, we had Reshiram that was out. And that's still the current raid boss, and it's going to switch soon. But before that happens, let me show you this bonus research here. Okay? So with this bonus research is this throwback challenge. And you kind of know, you had to do it all in parts or pay the $8. So let's look into what I actually did and how it started off. So the game was down beginning of June, first day I believe, and maybe a day or so later, right then and there, I think June 3rd, Professor's here telling you, you know, we've got some of these Galar Pokemon available. And that's exciting because the Galar region is what's going on in Sword and Shield right now. They've got a DLC that's going to drop in a couple days from now. And to promote that, you know, cross-promotion, it's like, hey, you guys are playing Go, you want some of these Galar Pokemon? You could possibly get them if you had Sword and Shield. So I'm imagining that if I was playing Sword and Shield and had the Zigzagoon that's Galar and the Meowth, I could probably trade those to Pokemon, my Pokemon Home, and then from Pokemon Home to Pokemon Go. But I don't think Pokemon Go has that available yet. But I can go... I can do that eventually. Eventually I can do that. So, Professor was telling us a whole bunch of stuff about how the Meowth and Stunfisk are available in their Galar forms. Not only that, but like I said, Zigzagoon. And the Zigzagoon just looks awesome, man. Hopefully I can hatch it. I may not because I want it really bad. It's got this real Gene Simmons look, and I won't put a graphic up now because that'll just make me more depressed that I don't have it, but hopefully I can get it. I think Darumaka also has a Galarian form, so hopefully I can get that too. They're coming out of these 7K eggs, and I keep asking people that I know locally, what's up with the 15? You saw it here. He wanted me to hatch 15 eggs. He wanted me to also do 15 raids. What's up with that, Professor? Now, he's got some interesting rewards. I don't necessarily want to spoil them in this video in case you're wanting to know what they are, but most of you are like me, you want to know in advance to know if it's worth it or not, especially if you paid $8 because you might have missed one of the other, you know, events prior to this. But we'll see. I believe there's some Pokemon that if you didn't catch, you get an opportunity to get that. That could be Mewtwo, that could be also Genesect. So if you don't have Genesect, you know, that could be one of the rewards right then and there. But, you know, the bonus that you get, that's brand new. I won't spoil that, at least not in this video. So, right now, the legend, like I said, is Reshiram. And I've heard some other people say Reshiram, so I'm going to start saying Reshiram from here on out. There's a neat little thing you can do, which I was abusing, and hopefully they don't patch this because it's needed. You know, we all, just because we can raid from home and can't go out, doesn't mean that we can all afford to pay for these raid passes either, right? What I mean by that is this. Sure, you may not have the coins, but to save a little, hey, remote passes are 3 for 250, whereas the premiums are 100 each. So to save 50 coins, remote, and, you know, keep doing that. But let's say you can actually make it somewhere that's close by. Well, here's what happened to me. When I try to remote to some of these, they'll show, but when it comes time for the group to lobby, I no longer can see the raid. And how bad do you feel if you pointed out the raid and requested the start time for everybody to go in, and you can't even make it? So minimum you can do it with is 4, some level 40, some high level trainers, if you called it, they can't do it without you. And then on top of that, you're remoting from home, so you're providing less damage to the raid boss. That's another thing you have to consider. So what I thought is, well, yeah, I could save the remote passes for a rainy day, but why not just use them because I'm saving 50 coins? Remote in before you get to the destination, which is where you would use your premium or your free raid pass anyway, and remote in there, and then once you get there, if you get knocked out of it, guess what? It still treats it. It still shows it in green instead of the pinkish purple color. And it treats it as if you used that pass, and you could still be there. So if there was one that you couldn't see from the house anymore, or wherever you were, but you're now within range, like I often am, guess what? You can now leave that area, remote in, and come right back. And, you know, it may be painstaking to do that, but you do what you got to do to save those 50 coins, especially with those changes coming where you can only get a max of 30 coins. You can only get a max of 30 coins per day from the gyms. Now you're going to get 20 coins from some kind of, you know, adventure mode or some kind of, you know, in-game quest that you can do. The other 20 you'll get from that. So while that other 20 is more beneficial for you, it's not the same as just, hey, I left them in the gym. That's one less thing to worry about. Hopefully I get my coins. So you're going to get 20 coins as long as you do these in-game quests that hopefully you can do them from home. But we'll see how that goes. They've got feedback from Australia, and we'll see from there. So here we go. This raid is starting here, and what I really love about Reshiram is that he's one of these legendaries that can go all the way up to over 4,000 CP. So I'm really excited about that because I don't, like many of you, have Pokemon that can, unless some of you out there have really sunk Candy and Stardust and you've got a slew of them. But as far as dragons go, I think he's the only one that can go that high. I've got a level 100 Rayquaza that's not going 4,000 or above. So he's the first one, and not only that, but he's also fire. So I like that too, that he's dragon and fire. So what I read ahead in steps wise was, hey, after you get through these 15 of each thing, you're eventually going to need to catch a dragon type. And the scary thing is, what if you don't have people available with you to do those? Maybe able to get a bag on, but I had to buy a box to get the passes that I need. So not only that, it wasn't just for those passes, I needed those super incubators to expedite the 15 Pokemon. So as fate would have it, I was lucky that I was refinancing my mortgage at the time, so I was at the bank with a notary. Kids, it's what you're going to have to do when you get your own place. I was able to walk back and forth, getting a notary and a witness and all this jazz, to where I was hatching like 7 eggs in the bank. So that worked out for me. Otherwise, I'd still be on that. And I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to take my time, but at the same time, I don't like that being hung over my head, right? I don't like opening the game and, hey, you know, dragon types are no longer out, even though we have 2 more dragon raid bosses coming. You never know if people are going to be excited about them or not. You just don't know. It might have stuff come up, and I can't make those raids, or, you know. But people were excited about Reshiram for a while. We had a raid intensive day, you know, the raid hour, I should say. And I think I'm going to save talking about that for the next video, because we did a lot of them. It's too much to sit here and ramble just in one setting. So those are my tips there. Just be mindful that, you know, you're going to do less damage if you're doing the remote raids, but if you're trying to save on coins and you've got enough people, well, you still get it done. You'll still be able to do the 15 without having to spend 15 bucks, right? So keep that in mind. You can only, again, I repeat this, you can only hold 5 at a time, max. But you can't just outright buy 5. You can only buy 3 at a time, and it won't let you buy any more. So what you do is you have those 3, use 1, and then you buy another set of 3, and it should let you do that. I believe that worked for me. So, you know, here I've got this 2849. I thought that was a good one, you know, boosted. And it's good, but it's not good enough. I think I eventually got what I needed, but it had to be above 2288 in order to go over 4,000. That's at the regular level. I think it had to be 2890 something or something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it had to be high up if you wanted to have the boosted one go all the way up. So there you go. But I had some Reshiram's run. Kids, make sure your dragon type badges are up. Fire as well, that may help. But some people, you know, it was an issue because they hadn't caught many dragons. So is this the new Dragonite? I don't really know. It has Draco Meteor, which is very impactful. I noticed that PvP is where I wanted to use Reshiram, but I wasn't sure how he was going to perform because obviously I knew the CP was what I was focused on, but we'll see how that's going to work out because in the phase 2 of this research, which I'll show next video, I think you're going to have to battle a trainer 15 times. And by think, it's not think. I actually know that. So, but if you know what this is, you know, this 15 of everything, let me know. Is there a secret number dealing with Pokemon Black and White where 15 is the magic number? I'm not sure. But let me know what your thoughts are. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Captain Sensation!